What up, guys? This is Jared Spalding here, and today what we're going to be discussing is a topic that's kind of interesting to think about, and something that might seem impossible, but might not, and that is making a living off of coin roll hunting. And I know I'm using the same background multiple times here, but I think that having all these coins is very fitting. And no, I did not find all these coins coin roll hunting. If you've watched my videos before, you'll probably know that I've bought most of these coins. Besides, there's one coin in here that I have actually did find. It was not coin roll hunting though. It was just going through change that I got, and it's actually no, it's not that. There's a quarter in here. It's 1964 quarter that I did find. Anyway, everything else here I've actually bought. So I don't really coin roll hunt too much. I try to do it when I can, but that's not too often. I mean, I've done nickels before, and I've done pennies mostly. Honestly, so here it is. But I don't really get to do it too much. Other than that, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be discussing making a living off of coin roll hunting, which I don't know. I mean, really something that I've heard people who have actually talked about this being possible and who having done it themselves, but it's really, I don't think, too much of a viable option. And let me explain myself here. So, honestly, coin roll hunting, every time you do it, you're kind of taking a chance, because who said you're going to find something? I mean, of course, if you go through 10,000 nickels, you're probably going to be guaranteed to find some silver nickels, but honestly, you're really not. I mean, now, it might seem as though, how would I not find any silver nickels? And that would probably be the case, but theoretically, there doesn't have to be any in there at all. There could be literally no silver nickels whatsoever, technically speaking, because there's no ratio of, it's not like for every 200 nickels you search, you're going to find a silver nickel. It's for every maybe, 5 nickels you search, you find a silver one, or for every million nickels you search, you find a silver one. Honestly, there's no set ratio, so you could potentially, like I said, not find any silver at all. And between, the gas money that it's going to cost you to drive to the bank to pick up the coins and then drive back, plus the time it's going to cost you to search all the coins, and then if your bank requires you to re-roll them, that's going to take a lot of time, and, all of that is just going to be really inconvenient for you. Now, the bank that I have gotten my coins from, actually, if you have an account with them, they actually have a Coinstar machine in there, well, one that's like one, and they don't charge you any fees, so you can just dump all your coins in. And I don't know if the coin, I'm assuming that it's like a giant coin roller, I would think, so that they don't have to do it either, but that is it's a bigger bank, so that's why. So that's really convenient, but honestly, even still, it's going to take a while to coin roll hunt. If you're going through large amounts, and if you don't find any silver, then you don't make any money, and, you could say, oh, what if I walk to the bank? I mean, come on now. Really, you're going to walk to the bank and then carry a bunch of coins back with you, possibly what? I mean, if you're going through $500 and $half, that's going to be a lot of weight you're bringing back with you, and there's no way that your bank's right next to your house, and that's the case. I mean, because they don't really put, homes next to businesses like that. There would be other businesses around it, and then homes next to each other. So chances are you're at least going to be a couple-minute walk from your bank, and walking with that much weight is going to be really inconvenient. It's going to take a long time to go through everything. So honestly, I really wouldn't try it if I were you, unless you are willing to put a lot of money into a startup here, because honestly, what you're going to want to get is if your bank requires that you do roll the coins, you're going to want to get a coin rolling machine. And if you're going through these huge quantities, you'll probably want to get a coin sorting machine that sorts out the silver from the regular coins, so you don't have to do it yourself. And it'll shoot regular coins out one side and then silver out the other, because otherwise, really, what's going to be the point? You might find a few silvers here and there, but unless you can afford this equipment and afford, to get $1,000 at least worth of coins, and can keep on going back to the bank with more rolled coins again, and every couple of days, you're not going to get enough silver for it to really be worth it for you. So, you might say, oh, well, coin roll hunting, I can just return the coin, so I'm technically going to break even every time. But like I said, you have to consider gas money and your time. Your time might not really seem like it has value in of itself, like real monetary value, but the thing is that you could be doing something with that time that would make you money. So like I said, if you have a lot of money to put into a setup, then maybe it's an option, but otherwise, don't even go for it. Surely it's something to do on the side, but making a living off of coin roll hunting, that's not going to be possible. Don't quit your day job, or whatever you want to say. It doesn't matter because it's not going to make you enough money to live off of at all. Okay. So that's just my thoughts on it, though. Let me know yours in the comment section below. And that's it for this one. Peace, love, and much respect.